Before we get started, I'd like to thank you all for coming to this meeting. I think you all should understand that this is very, very important for the future of our company. And to be frank, I see the looks on your faces, so I say we simply jump right into the start of it. So, first order of business. Quarter one profits sunk pretty heavily. We are in the process of attempting to move our supply chains domestic in response to President Trump's tariff plans. Even though we're now about halfway through the second fiscal quarter, hopefully things should begin to turn around once third quarter begins. We'll have most of our supply moved domestic. We'll be all good to there. Don't worry, you two are going to be just fine. But we're also looking into other cost-cutting measures. Primarily, the main thing I want to talk about today is going to be important. We are going to be pivoting to be an AI-first company. We are going to be leveraging PIM GPT v2. Didn't we do this skit idea already? Well, I mean, yeah, we did already kind of do this skit, I guess. It was like August of last year, but yeah, but that was like me coming home and being too lazy to work on PIM, so I get an AI to do it. This is like a company, you know, AI first. Come on, you guys hear about Duolingo?
Yes, I heard about it, Duolingo. Yes, heard about it.
All right, well, respectfully, the skit isn't funny and is also not original. Fine, if you think it's crap, do you have any other ideas? Any other skit ideas? We're already so deep into this one.
I don't know. I mean, we're in pretty deep right here. We could continue with this whole meta angle that we're doing and...
No, don't. I see you. No, he doesn't even go by that name anymore. Don't even. No. Fine, let's just roll the episode.
Hey guys, Matt Money here, and welcome back to Plastic Instruments Monthly. You all know the deal by now. Another month, another video, another round of customs accomplishments, and more to go around. This past April saw some pretty dope stuff, so I say we jump right into it. What better way to start off our song releases for the month than how the month of April begins in general? April Fools. Just like last year, a handful of artists came together to drop some April Fools songs. Even better than that, a subsect of the CTP team worked on bringing a new April Fool's pack to fruition. Last year saw CTPI, this year has ZTP, Zoidberg the Track Pack. A pack full of, well, I'm sure you can hazard a guess.
Look at me!
Beyond just this though, artists like NATO and Kaetrope dropped Mauricio Corno VGH and Chiasm 2, yes, really, kicking off the month with their own individual tracks. But in terms of scale, Random Household Object has them both beat, dropping a 6-song joke EP named Poisson with such great titles as Ode to My Bedroom Window, Do Not the Small One in the Washing Machine, and Random Household Object blows up his entire house because of a spatula. Great work all around, y'all. Love to see people keeping the laughs going every April. Moving on to our mainline drops for the month, let's start off with something I always personally love to see, some fresh faces. They Pinch Back is a new name on the block as far as I can tell, dropping 2 songs in April with Boop Beep and Heat Death. Boop Beep is, admittedly, nothing too special. A short courting song I'm sure is good for someone out there to FC grind, but the real attraction is Heat Death, a Carpenter Brut-inspired track that also leans heavily on courting skill sets. Coming in at nearly 3 minutes, it's definitely one of my favorites from the month. Truly an out-of-left-field custom. They Pinch Back actually gives a small shout out to another artist in Heat Death's description, Wasted CH. They too dropped 2 songs in April with A Cold Cali Night and Lifeless Reimagined. The latter is the 4th entry in its series, but the first one to be made in FL Studio. Over its 8-minute runtime and plentiful Solus references, we get a good metric on where Wasted's composition and inspirations are at, as per their description of the series as a, quote, progress marker. On the other hand, A Cold Cali Night pushes for something a bit more dramatic sounding and is definitely my personal favorite out of the 2. Another song taking an overcharting approach, it definitely marks a significant challenge to tapping-oriented players, though be careful not to slouch on the chords from the intro. Overall, some good work. From 2 songs to 3, South GH is our only artist this month to drop this many songs. Blocked VGH, South GH solo medley called Way Too Much South GH, and a cancelled song with Citrus Void 2. Honestly, an interesting mixed bag of stuff here. The solo medley clocks in at a fairly monstrous 37,000 notes over 28 minutes, proving an honest-to-God insane challenge for players with the stamina. Citrus Void 2, though the song is unfinished, still offers a good variety within its sections, and is overall pretty neat to see a cancelled project get a release for this. As for Blocked VGH, It is another one of those FNF VGHs we've seen a few of over the last year or so. Still pretty neat to see. Good work. And that's all our musicians who dropped multiple songs this last month. So now we have our single releasers, Brit Billy and Go-Go. Let's start with Brit Billy and Tension, a follow-up to their song Unholy. Quote, "Definitely for the fans of Unholy, this chart is a bit of a monster. Good luck and have fun." Well, shit, man. You might just put me out of a job here, because I can't think of a better description than that. Over its nearly 4-minute runtime, it hits that same tight drum and bass vibe that made me fall in love with Unholy so quickly. Another banger. Really great work. On the other hand, Go-Go's Canopsia pulls from a variety of different sounds, channeling more of a trap-type vibe through most of its runtime that I can only describe as unapologetically CH custom-y. With a really dope dramatic intro and some easier tapping to boot, this is one I'm definitely going to sink some time into and I'd recommend some of you out there do as well. Good work, both of you. Changing it up here for something a little different than usual, April saw 2 overchart packs from Bingus CH release, aptly titled Bingus Track Pack 2 and Bingus Track Pack 3. With overcharts from Toby Fox, Eric Doa, and a whole lot more, it is a neat grab bag of stuff, especially if you download the first Bingus pack from back in March. And finally, before we close out today, a small little announcement. As of the release of the video, it is late May 2025, and CTP 17 The Leviathan looms on the horizon. Our current release date is looking to be July 1st, so with June right around the corner, I encourage anyone and everyone to join the CTP Discord server and submit your charts for playtesting. The turnout for 16 was pretty good, and I'm hoping to exceed it with 17. See you all there. And that wraps up April's song and chart releases. A good variety with names new and old, bringing some real bangers to the table. As always, links to all chart downloads as well as server invites to PIC and CTP are down in the description below. Thank you all so much. This is Matt Money, signing off.
What up, everyone? My name is MattJJ_, and as always, I'm here to take you through all the accomplishments this community gave us for April. We've had a pretty stacked list to go through, so let's crack straight into them. Obviously, we have to start with what is the most monumental Section FC of all time. You may remember that all the way back in July last year, Carney Jarrett FC'd Blooming 2.5 from the song Cosmic Embassy. Well, that was a two-handed FC, which is insane in itself. But Monk has finally managed to do it one-handed right at the end of the month. This is an absolutely mind-blowing FC, and an incredibly deserved one as he spent almost a year grinding the section out. Congratulations to Monkers for taking Blooming 2.5 down once and for all. With that insanity out the way, first cab off the rank is Leany GH with some slide cording fuckery. He nabbed a first ever Tech FC of Lean's World++, which is an overchart of the already brutal Lean's World. He also got another first ever FC, this time normal Lean's World at 110, a ridiculous speed up given how tricky normal speed is. Crazy shit as usual, dude. For some more sliding insanity, we have Leo, who had a few FCs this month. He dropped a 2-part tech of Pure by Dead Shadow, showcasing his crazy speed and definitely not broken guitar, as well as getting first evers of 52 Blue Monkeys and Mary's on second, both of these being just as insane as each other. And for a little bit more speed tapping insanity, we have Golden Plate with his usual thoroughfare of batshit FCs and techs. This month, he gave us the first ever Ultimate Glaive Chorus Comp Tech FC, done in just 22 parts, which is nuts for a 17-minute long chart. He also dropped FCs of Burn at 160 and Sunrise Uber Solo at 115, the latter being the first ever and was at the time a speed record, but that's one we'll talk about next month. We're a little quieter than usual on the strumming front, but there's still some crazy stuff in here. As usual, Ania starts us off with an FC of Anion++, which is 20.5 notes per second for almost 7,000 notes with only one small break in the centre, an insane stamina feat. Next we have Objection CH, who kicked off his April with an FC of Birth, a second ever FC which is 18 notes per second for almost 2,000 notes, still very impressive. Then we have Remix, who FC'd Anesthesia by Gravemind, a banger of a track with numerous sections of 20 note per second strumming and some tricky fretting to boot. And of course we have Untalented with a few strummy FCs of various skill sets. For short form strum speed, we have Hungry Hungry Hippos at 110, which has 2 short bursts of 24 notes per second, and Void's Birthday Strums at 115, which creeps its way up to 23 notes per second. For strum stamina, on the other hand, we have his new best section FC with Rewind Outro at 160, which is 20.69 notes per second, nice, for 1500 notes. And I know it's not strumming related, but he also got a Tech FC of APN on a Rock Band guitar, which is pretty sweet. Elusive dropped a couple cool speed ups this month. He got an FC of Cordial by Sucky at 120, which is a custom I discovered through his grind of this and is now one of my favourites. And he also got a first ever of Cycles at 115, another banger song and a very clean FC too. Fog Saturate is up next with an FC of Black Hole by Schmutz on the Yarg default engine, another insane FC from one of the cleanest players in the scene. He also FC'd Deadline on CH, a very fun looking fatty 2 chart that is no mean feat even on this engine. My boy Dan has been making his way back to regular uploads after some time off, with far too many to list all of them here. The craziest of these was an FC of Talk Dirty to Me 110, a wee chart of the first tier Guitar Hero 3 song. He also FC'd Flare by Blackborn later in the month, and then FC'd the chorus of Revenge VCH at 115, both very cool FCs from different skill sets. Next we have South GH, who gave us a first documented FC of Centipede by Knife Party, which is certainly one of the songs of all time. Not only that, they FC'd Supernovae Solo F at 90% speed, which even slowed down is pretty impressive. Edu had a few cool FCs as usual, starting with a first ever FC of Cave Story VGH early in the month. He also got a ridiculous FC in Afterlife on all strums, a very difficult and very impressive FC. To top it off for April, he FC'd Crazy Bus, a notorious chording FC with garbage audio that must have taken a lot of willpower to grind. Good shit, dude. Staying in Brazil, we have the GOAT William CH, who was back with a few crazy FCs for us too. He kicked April off with an FC of Anything For You by NATO at 125% speed, before FCing Osaslop only a couple days later, an even crazier accomplishment. He then went on to nab a Tech FC of Victory Solo J at 115, which is a very fun one to watch. Alright, now since basically all the rest of these are single accomplishments, I'm going to run through the rest of these quickfire in chronological order. Let's start with Big CH, who FC'd Closer Underchart at 110, an infamous tapping chart which is very nice sped up. Rakshi Boy FC'd the Outwitted Consecration on Yarg with no ghost, an impressive FC that is very much in his power metal wheelhouse. Pex got an FC of Reptilia Overchart, another infamous GH3 overchart on par for difficulty with Closer Underchart 110. Quacky nabbed a first ever Tech FC of Hazard Duty Pay, another fatty 2 chart done really cleanly. KJ got a 3-part Tech FC of Mega Wub Wub Underchart, a classic chart which is very impressive to see even on the underchart. Ornej FC'd 3's new song World's End Valentine, a shorter but very nice first ever. Armchair Sum FC'd Freedom Dive by G on drums, an absolutely batshit song with some very difficult drum parts. Ornej is here again with 2 FCs in the one video, with RP Viz's Hell and Angel's Den, both very fun tapping FCs. Maxo FC'd Pensamento at 110, a nice and short mass tapping first ever FC. Crazy got an FC of Banjo Bard, a very fun song and a nice all strums-esque chart. Another Bingus one with Chippy Chippy Choppa Choppa Hard, a fairly basic but still impressive tapping FC. Captain Mario Tech Sydney's new track DNA 2 Uber Solo, naturally done super cleanly. Random Days FC'd Flight of the Bumblebee at 125% speed, a blisteringly fast FC done one-handed no less. Captain Mario also dropped a Tech FC / chart preview of Mimu's new song Fun Cell TSMB2 song. Cybermoth is back with an FC of Pursuit despite a broken strum bar, very nice chording FC. Josh FC'd Solus 6 Underchart, an FC he said was filler but is still nothing to scoff at. And Shmooey dropped an FC from back in the Scorespy days with Fizz at 115. Right, with our quickfire accomplishments out the way, let's quickfire our full albums for April too, as there was only 4 for the entire month. Our main man and researcher Geo kicks us off with 2 of the 4 full album FCs for this month, starting with Planisphere by Justice. This first ever has just over 4,000 notes in 18 minutes, and reduces the total of un-FC'd charts from the Club Mix 3-pack to just 10. He also FC'd Tsunami C by Spiritbox, an album that I personally love. This first ever and sight read FC is from Xantor's Gent Hero Collection pack, and has 8,000 notes in 43 minutes. Next we have JRH, who FC'd another one of my favourite albums with 1,000 Gex by 100 Gex. This album contains the notorious song XXX I Would Never Stop You XXX, albeit in non-overcharted form, and her FC of this is a second ever. Lastly, we have a newcomer to the scene, with the Road Sounder 99 FCing their own chart of Lonely People with Power by Death Heaven. This hour-long black metal album has just shy of 21,000 notes, which is an insane accomplishment for your first ever full album. That's it for the full albums, and a big thank you to Geo as always for doing the research for me on that. Now we move along to the montages and mini-tages for the month, of which we had 7. First up is the I Am Philo Shenanigans, account 4 of 11 from Conjay, a nod to his Discord accounts continuously getting nuked. This short upload has a bunch of cool clips crammed in. Next we have Minitage 9 from Chaos CH, who is low-key one of the more underrated keyboard players in the community, and this 2.5 minute upload is a good showcase of that. For some no-ghost gameplay, we have Megapeng with These Yarg Clips Will Make You Laugh, Cry and Bust. Yes, that's the title. Another very short upload at not even 3 minutes. There are some impeccably clean sections in here. Now we have 2 from Dan, with Working on Getting Better, Mini Taj 55, and Philips Taj 1, Play How You Want. Both of these again are very short but help mark a return to form with some very fun clips. Next is Gib Taj 6, Some Pretty Crazy Stuff I Hit, which is exactly as it says on the tin, packing 13 crazy clips into just 2 minutes. And now for the longest of the month at a whole 4.5 minutes, we have Unwashing from Lizard GH, with most of the running time being taken up by Mweeps FC. And that just about does it for me for this episode. As always, if we've missed anything, please let us know in the Discord so we can include it in the next episode. I've been your host, MattJJ_. Enjoy the rest of the video.
Hey everyone, it's your favorite birthday enthusiast and guitar modder here to bring you this month's console accomplishments for April 2025. To start off, we have a single team accomplishment for this month. Team Zephyr got the first ever full band FC of Play With Me from Smash Hits. This song has a notable hard part in the second half of the track, but all around a banger of a song. Great work. Over to 456 Productions, who got a monumental accomplishment completing a one-man band full series FC across all the Rock Band games, which, if you may not know, is an FC of every single on-disc song for guitar, bass, drums, and vocals. Vocal charts that have broken talkies, and overall just having to deal with wacky charting in general, this one's a big one for the books. Insane work as usual. Next up, with Nukissa, who got Tastes Like Kevin Bacon on Rock Band 2. Overall, this is a very weird and tricky chart pairing an outro that has a hard tapping blob. Nice work from Nukissa. Now, for a smaller but still nasty accomplishment, the Quacky Gamer got an FC of the infamous section Solo 2D from Chiasm. For Rock Band 3's engine, this is a tapping nightmare, and it's awesome to see more people getting this section.
Oh my god!
Nice job, Quacky. Moving over to GH Guy, who got a full game FC of Guitar Hero Metallica, finishing off with one, paired with other notable songs like Fight Fire with Fire and Master of Puppets, and makes for a fun full game FC. He's also been knocking out some of the other difficult songs in other games, including Sudden Death and Ties That Bind on Warriors of Rock, and Eruption from Van Halen. Nice work. This month, Kira went on quite a tear with accomplishments. Starting off with Satch Boogie from World Tour, a song with a notable orange wall and a quad-zigging outro that's extremely hard to hit on the engine that World Tour has to offer. They also got a handful of GH2 accomplishments to slim down what they needed for the full game FC, that being 6, Institutionalized, Hangar 18, and Miserloo. Also, they got a pair of full game FCs being Guitar Hero 5 and Aerosmith respectively. Truly a jam-packed month for Kira. Awesome work. Flipping over to a Wise Moves, who not only just got one, but basically 2 permadeath accomplishments. During their Run It Back gauntlet, they successfully FC'd every song in Guitar Hero Aerosmith all in a row.
We fucking did it! It's over! Nobody ever has to do this ever!
Then, later on in the gauntlet, it was time for Band Hero. However, for Band Hero, there was an early miss on the second song, but then proceeded to FC all 63 songs that followed, then wrapped back to FC the first 2 songs again. Hence this being the basically a permadeath. Regardless, both are truly remarkable in their own regard.
What's up? It's Crazy popping in real quick to tell you that there has been a new pro lead FC of Through the Fire and Flames on Festival. Minrax came in out of nowhere and got the 4th ever FC. And they did it on Lefty Flip. Sadly, this FC wasn't recorded, but it is on the leaderboards right now. Great work from a super underrated player. I hope we get to see more from you.
For our last accomplishment of the month, we have... Wait, hold on. Crazy, can you put in a cool edit or something, please?
No party, fuck off. Alright, I'll do it.
I'm done. Fuck this game. Fuck this game. Fuck this guitar. Fuck this song. Fuck this drum bar. Oh, fuck this song. Easily the most miserable grind. Holy shit, holy fucking shit. Guitar Hero 2 is full game FC'd. That's a big boy FC right there. No fucking way, bro. It's over! It's fucking over! It's over! I did it! Yes! Yes! Finally. Holy fucking shit. Holy fuck! Yes! Yes! It's over! I did it! At 15 months since I decided to go for this, I'm the first left-handed person to get a full series FC. Guys, I did it! I got full series! Are you kidding me? I got full series! Bruh!
Last round for this month brings us to our favorite lefty player. Mr. Electric Nick has finally completed his Guitar Hero Full Series FC, which marks this as the first ever lefty Full Series FC. The second to last FC they needed was the Flames chart on Guitar Hero Smash Hits, a notably hard chart in general paired with the quirky engine that Smash Hits has to offer. Then they finished it off with I'm the One from Van Halen, with the infamous Solo 2A having the nasty fast strumming, making it the main reason why most leave this song for last. It's been an incredible honor from myself and Gorilla to document this journey, and we can't wait to see what you do next.
Yes! Yes!
That wraps it up for this month's console accomplishments. This is Party Boy, off to crash another party.